Hi, here we are again with another video. You guys are doing good. I'm hearing great stories about the people who support this channel. It's really great to hear. Now I want to see. You guys need to videotape your work so I can watch you play. Anyhow, let's get on with this. That 2-ball down there does not go by the 3-ball in the bottom right hand corner. So we need to play for the side pocket. And it's a better line anyway, because that just allows us to roll up on the 2 to get straight in on the 3. We want to be straight in on the 3 to come back a little bit for that 4-ball shot, which is right in line with the 3. And from there, that 5-ball right there does go by that 7-ball. So just know that and understand that before you proceed to run these balls out, because it's an important issue. So let's get on with it. We're bending this cue ball back down table for that side pocket shot. The problem is the room that you have between the 5 and the 7 to get back there on the 2 is pretty narrow. And I wind up bending it into the 7-ball, but it didn't hit it fully, and it kept rolling down tables, so it worked out to be just fine. The only other option is to really stroke it hard and shoot for hitting that left-hand side rail down there. But that can wind up to be a really funky angle and a little bit too much distance on the 2-ball for comfort. So let's just play it safe and actually shoot to hit the 7-ball. Because if it hits the 7 full and stops right there, you're going to have a little bit of a cut on the 2, but it's still makeable, and we can still get in line for the 3, 4, and 5. So let's go ahead and shoot it. This is an easy one, and I'm just rolling up and trying to bounce off that side rail just really softly and trying to get on that 3-ball line, because the 4-ball's right down there in line with the 3-ball. And from there, it's really easy to get back on this 5-ball. And from there, the 6-ball's right next to the 5-ball, so it should be a no-brainer shot on this 2-ball. This bothers me here, that you can't see what's happening with the pool balls. You can't see what I'm doing on the cue ball. You can't see any of it because I'm in the way. So my videos are absolutely demanding more cameras be set up and more angles, so you guys can see the whole picture. For now, I'm just kind of poking this with just a hair bottom on it. I don't want to pull it back real far. I just want to kind of get it off the rail and have a straight in shot on that 4-ball. And there we have it. We do have a tiny bit of an angle on this 4-ball, so I'm just using that right-hand side rail to bounce out and try to get straight on the 5-ball line. But you'll see I got a little bit to the left-hand side of the line on the 5-ball, so I decided to shoot the 6-ball down there in the right-hand bottom corner. And pretty much from anywhere on this table, well, 99% of this table, the 7-ball is easily makeable, and it's easy from there to get the right position on the 8 to get back to the 9. So it doesn't matter a whole lot where you get on the 7, so I can shoot this 6-ball in any pocket on the table. What happens is, I get a little bit to the left-hand side of that 5-ball line. And because I didn't get right on the line, which is fun. You rarely want to be straight in on any shot. But that was one where I would have liked to have been straight in and just rolled up for a side pocket shot on the 6. But it's not reality, so we're in a position to have to put a little bit of an extreme draw shot on this 5 ball to come back to that side rail. And because of the English that the 5 is going to impose on the cue ball and the natural English together combined, that cue ball should come back up table and in line for the 6. Now, if I get a little to the right of that line or a little to the left of that line on the 6, I'll still be just fine because of where the 7 ball is. The only other issue in this 5 ball shot is that 7 ball is blocking about a quarter of the pocket. But it should be no big deal to just fire this 5 ball right past the 7. If you do hit it, you're going to miss a shot. So if you can cheat the pocket a little bit to the right, then you should probably do that. Here's another one where you can't really see what I'm doing on the cue ball, but it's just a stop shot. I'm just not getting fancy. I'm taking a long shot on the 7. There's no sense in taking any risk here. You could draw this straight back to the top rail and bounce off to be closer to the 7, but then you're going to have to get by the 9 ball. And there's a chance that you would get snookered behind this 9 ball because you're going to hit it and it's going to bounce right up in your way. So don't play around. If you can just keep it safe and shoot a stop shot, absolutely, definitely do that. Anyone who's given up their whole life to be a full-time pool player has been challenged by the game itself. This game is not going to beat me. I'm going to conquer it. I'm going to be the best. So it's not for the money. Believe me, the money was never much of an incentive in pool. There's more money in synchronized swimming than there is in pool. So be a synchronized swimmer if you want to be. If you want to do something for money, or actually be a golfer. Golf takes pretty much the same amount of dedication, and there's a whole ton of money in it. So you can get rich and famous, and then get everything you want out of life. But anyway, I'm rambling. My point is, and the old saying goes, keep it simple, stupid. But I don't like the word stupid. Don't ever call yourself stupid, and don't call anybody else stupid. People are brilliant in their own little ways, and everybody does something great. Nobody's stupid. But so I'm going to change the saying to keep it simple, silly. And I think that's what I'm going to name this video. My point is, on this 7 ball shot, I see a whole hell of a lot of players doing crazy stuff, and there's absolutely no reason to do it. But they'll slam the ball and they'll try to go back to the right hand rail and bounce off, and that looks cool. You don't need to get high on this 8 ball. In fact, you want to be low on it, or I do for my game. There's no sense in trying to get high on it. Even if you get stuck on the rail, you can thin cut this 8 ball and bounce out for that 9 ball. Very easily, you'll have the natural angle because the thin cut is not going to distort the angle going into that rail, and therefore the opposite angle coming off that rail. I hope I'm not overcomplicating this. My point is, just roll up on the 7 ball and shoot it real super easy. Center ball, no English, and you'll have the perfect angle on that 8 to get back to the 9. This shot is a little bit deceiving because at first glance it looks like the cue ball is going to get away from you, and it's going to wind up all the way back up table and underneath the 9 ball, but that's not the case at all. And again, this is what I was trying to say in the last cut. You're thin cutting this, so the cue ball is not going to be real distorted or re-angled off the 8 ball. It's almost a straight into the rail shot. So the natural angle coming off that 8, and if you look at the reverse angle that's going to come up on the 9, you're perfect. Just don't hit this too hard or too soft. Even if you hit it too soft, you're going to wind up somewhere around the center of the table, and you'll still have a relatively easy shot on the 9. The worst thing you can do is shoot it too hard. So if you have to do anything, shoot it too soft. Anyway, let's get on to the 9 ball. Yeah, you know what to do, Scooby. We're just going to let the rest of this roll out, and then we're going to watch it all over again. You know how I do here. And there's going to be no cuts, no editing, no graphics, none of that. We're just going to dig on it to music that I was just kind of screwing around. I was using samples to just kind of screw around on this application here, and we're going to roll some of that with the video. Peace, everybody. Thank you. Happy Friday. I will see you guys on Monday with a brand new video.